Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning and hello if you're new. We got a big one today. I'm really excited. I'm really proud of it. Um, so for a short introduction, I pulled out half my decks. I laid out a nice big spread. I'm not sure yet if this is going to be just for July. Like I know today's the first, and I don't know why, but I was inspired to lay out a real big spread to see past, present, and future. I'm not sure if this is going to be just for July and that I'll do it every month on the first, or if this is going to be for the whole summer. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you guys decide where this fits into your scheme of things. Okay, I'm just here to deliver the messages. So, um, I mean, it's huge. Let's see. Let me just recalibrate a minute. I've got music playing so that when I have to take a pause to think about things, you're not just listening to silence. I hope you guys can hear it. Okay. So, where to begin? Okay, I guess we'll begin the first cards I laid out, and I used the First Light Tarot, which is again the pictures of the Hubble Space Telescope. We dropped the card Vibration and the Hierophant. Now together, okay, now I have notes too, so excuse my notebook, excuse my fidgetiness, excuse my junky nail polish. I'm just really fired up about this and I'm excited to get into it. So we've got Vibration and the Hierophant. Okay, Taurus energy, but with the Cosmic deck, I don't really assign signs to that one, even though this is Hierophant Taurus energy. So it's like tradition, foundations, um, morals, and things like that. So what I got from those two cards together is where am I? Oh, there's so vibration is positive action and high vibration. It's called to interact with compassion, and it's a reminder of the golden rule. Okay, the golden rule: treat others as you would want to be treated. Okay, and next to it was the Hierophant, which was foundational doctrine, ethics, customs, morals, and then mentoring those around us or that come up after us, kids and people around us, mentoring others in that foundational doctrine. Okay, now sometimes I do get a negative feeling from the Hierophant because it's sometimes religious doctrine, and that we have found lately is very, very toxic to be held within the confines of religious doctrine that's 2 to 3,000 years old, trying to function in this day and age. However, in this spread, I get a very positive feeling from it, and the two cards together are telling me that some in the foundation, some in the collective, whoever reaches, whoever finds this reading, talking to the collective of light workers where people are actively, consciously on a spiritual journey, changing for the better, learning their lessons, trying to function as a higher vibration of where they've come from, things like that. That to me is the collective. So collective light workers, spiritual journeyers, sojourners, whatever, I'm talking to you. You have it in your fiber, in your functioning foundation, that you function on a higher vibration. You bring compassion, or you are trying to walk in compassion actively. You are listening to people. You are treating people compassionately and how you want to be treated in return. And there's a part of the collective that is now remembering, realizing, incorporating the fact that society functions better if it vibes high, if it's inclusive, if it's positive, if actions are compassionate, and that is the foundational ethics and morals that are part of your being. Okay, so whoever I'm talking to, the heart of this the heart of the present here in the middle is vibration and the Hierophant, meaning, again, I apologize if I stutter. I'm going to stutter because these energies are very active. The messages are flowing very quickly, and I'm trying to catch them as they come and explain what I'm seeing. So, at the heart of the matter here in the present is the section of the collective that actually understands that their core being functions in a vibration of compassion, of treating others well, of being positive action. I heard being the change you want to see in the world, even if it's not on a global level, even if it's just within your house, even if it's just within yourself. Is there some realization of needing to work with that energy? Okay. So we're gonna go past, present, future, but like I need to say something about the timing here. Okay, timing is relative, and everybody's at a different point in their timeline here. Okay, so even though I have these positioned in the past, you may be in a part of the timeline where this part of it hasn't happened for you yet. So the way we're going to look at it is this is what's going to lead to this, which in turn is going to form this. Okay, so past, present, and future, but you might not even be at this point yet, or you might be already here in the middle, or you might be already here in the future, looking back at how you got there. Okay, so here in the past, I laid out the Lenormand, two cards from my Lenormand deck, and we got the Garden and the Key. And what this was telling me was that you come from a very wonderful sense of community. Okay, there was celebration here, there was sharing, and there was a close knit grouping. Okay, and it doesn't even need to be just two or three people. You can be a close knit community, right? This I want to say like a church community, but I don't really go towards religion, stuff like that. I'm not religious. I'm not, well, it's hard to describe. I'm not Christian or any of the other Abrahamic religions, okay? So to me, this community can be any group of people where you find solace, where you find kindred ideas, where you find cooperation and help and support, okay? Next to that was the key. And the key says there's like, knowledge is now available, there's a skill achievement, and there's an epiphany, there's new knowledge, there's some kind of insight. Okay, so those two together feels like within this community, or because of your community, you were able to share some new skill that you learned, or that being part of this community taught you a new skill. You were able to bring out from within yourself something that was really valuable to those around you. Okay, underneath that we had the Two of Cups and the Ace of, no, the Two of Cups, yeah, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that to me said so the Two of Cups was companionship and love. It was sweetness. It's choosing kindness and affection. Okay, next to that, the Ace of Wands was excitement, new ideas, creative new opportunities. So maybe, well, now the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups is a connection, a, a love bond, some kind of so with the Epiphany card, it was almost like seeing this other person that was like, there was an epiphany there, like, oh my god, that could be my person, or something like that. Ace of Wands is something that's very active, it's brand new, it's excitement, it's new ideas, it's creativity, a new opportunity. There was like a jolt of energy into this connection. And I feel like it came about from whatever interactions you were having within that little group or community. Maybe it was the friend group, maybe it was church, maybe it was school, maybe it was your neighborhood, clubs, something like that. There was some kind of, the garden always tells me there was a celebration, there was sharing. We are in the season of festivals and picnics. There's fireworks, there's community gatherings, there's street fairs, it's interaction, it's networking, it's things like that. And from that came some kind of opportunity for you to share something about yourself. That like reinvigorated, oh God, I hope that's a word. It gave a little power boost, a little oomph to a connection. Okay. Um, Underneath that, we got the ace, the king of swords, the emperor. I'm sorry. Ugh, I should slow down. But this is really big, so I know it's going to be long, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. So we've got the emperor and the page of wands, and this is from the tarot of the divine deck. The emperor here being King Arthur. All right. So here in the past, there was strong male energy. Now, I don't mean man. This could be a woman in her masculine energy. Again, I will reiterate, as I often do, energy is different from gender, okay? And even though English language separates things like active and receptive, dark and light into masculine and feminine, it does not mean boobs and wieners. Okay, this is energy. So there was a presence of someone, an emperor energy, and they were protective. Let's see, a benefactor, a protector. They brought stability and leadership and action. And then the emperor here, as King Arthur, swings the sword of liberation and truth. Okay. Next to that, we had the Page of Wands. I'm not sure what myth that is, but the Page of Wands energy from this deck is optimism and freedom and enthusiasm. So just with these cards here, I feel like there was a real sense of celebration because you were privy to new insight. A new skill was achieved. Maybe this skill was something about communication. Communication is something that this spread has running through it, and it's not only communicating with others, but it's honoring how you feel and communicating that to the people who support you. Okay, so um, I feel like whatever this new connection is, or was, or will be, it brought this feeling of you could be free within the protection of this connection. Okay, there was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you meet somebody that you're safe enough with that you can be yourself. You can express how you feel and they feel the same. So this simpatico back and forth support and understanding and compassion, it just brought you back to life, okay? With this Page of Wands. You entered it like hell. Yeah, that's what I hear with this cute little card where he's just jumping for joy. He's enthusiastic, he's energized, and he's raring to go. I heard, I'm ready to live this. I'm ready to live. I'm ready to be free. I'm ready to be expressive and creative. I feel safe. I feel protected. I feel seen. I feel heard. Um, or maybe even you are giving that back to somebody. But this Two of Cups here makes me feel like this was a love connection that you kind of didn't see coming because it was within this big group. But once it materialized, it felt like a level up. It felt like skill unlocked. It felt like somebody was so supportive of what you had to say that you just opened up, and not only were you able to express more, but the give and take of that expression helped you evolve and helped you learn new things and helped you really reinvigorate how you felt about things around you. Okay. Underneath that, um, we do have some conflict here, okay? So there may have been words or thoughts or actions that did not sit well with some people. We have two fives that drop together. We have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. So the Five of Swords was hidden motives and a feeling of defeat. It also is a call to be discerning about who you trust, okay? Not only that, but with the person in this card holding three swords with two that are dropped, it feels like that there was something that had to be finished, but it caused heartbreak. Okay, he is holding three swords, which is the Three of Swords of heartbreak, and what he dropped was two swords, and the Two of Swords is indecision. Okay, so there was a tough decision here to end something that was very conflicting. It was full of fighting. It was full of misunderstandings, and there had to be an end to it, but nobody really won. Nobody really came out the victor. It was just an end to the conflict, okay? And he's walking away with heartbreak, but with the Two of Swords being dropped, there was there was a final decision. I'm dropping my indecision and I'm ending this, okay? I'm sorry if it hurts you. It hurts me too. This was not what I wanted. This is not how I thought it would play out. This is not the energy I wanted to bring to the party. I'm sorry we got hurt, but it had to end. Underneath that was the Five of Wands, which is just a continuation of the conflict. Whereas the Swords is more mental energy, so this was like arguing and things like that. The Five of Wands is physical. It's real fights. It's conflict. It's arguing. It's strife. It's people trying to be heard. It's people trying to do things for themselves. It's things like that. Thankfully, this is really the only two energies in this whole spread that's anything negative, and it's in the past, okay? So, next to it here, there was the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So, after this, or, because of it, or during it, or whatever, maybe, so there was, let's see here. Six of Pentacles, Six of Coins. There's enough resources to share. There's equal care, equal pay, and equal reward. So it feels like somebody wanted to function in a energy of equality. Like, I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. I'm going to give you what you give me. I'm going to give back I can what I can spare. So Six of Coins feels like equitable sharing of resources. So there's also a feeling of I'm not going to give you any more than I can spare. Okay. Um, but it's also giving according to need with the Six of Coins, because even though this is equitable sharing, the way these coins are arranged is that one person is getting three coins, which means their needs were more. Another person is getting two coins, which means their needs were a little bit less than the other. And one person, who's the one that's giving, has allotted himself one coin because that's what he can spare. Okay? So it is equitable, even though to some who look at it, it's going to look like it was an unfair distribution. But you actually made the decision to distribute it according to need. That takes a lot of discernment and takes a lot of strength and fairness. Underneath that was the Nine of Cups. I love this. This is emotional stability, abundance, fulfillment, and the idea that you are ready to receive love. So here, even though there was conflict, you still gave according to what others needed from you. And now, after you have made the decision to cut the conflict, even though it caused fights. You're setting yourself up. That's what I always get from the Nine of Cups, is that you set up these cups. This is a progression from the Eight of Cups. And if you remember in the Eight of Cups, those cups are spilled, they're empty, it's dark, and you walked away from something. Now you've come to a point with the Nine of Cups that you have reset your cups. You've come through something. You have you're ready to receive emotional fulfillment where before you might not have. Okay, so let's review here. There was a sense of community from which you got some kind of insight. Now it could be that within this community there may have been some dysfunction, okay? Because we do have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, which is discord and fighting. So there may have been something in this community where you were enlightened to the fact that um, there was imbalance, okay? Something wasn't right, somebody wasn't right, maybe something wasn't right for you, or you outgrew that group, that community, and you realize that you're not getting back what you had been putting in. So you made an executive decision, okay? You chose love. There was a Two of Cups here. Maybe you and another person made a break for it. Maybe you realized that in this community you were not going to find your partner. You were not going to find a mate. You were not going to find that support or love that you had been looking for. Ace of Wands was a power boost. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. I want something new. I'm excited to let something go, okay? And then underneath that, the Page of Wands, it's like he's excited to go. That's the thing about the Page of Wands. There's a new road in front of him. He's reinvigorated, again with that word. I don't even know if that's a real word. He's active, he's energetic, he's cheerful, he's optimistic. That's the thing. There's optimism here. There's optimism for the future. This little page is looking to the right. He's looking at the future, okay? And he's excited for it. But making this new move, and even with Emperor energy, with this King Arthur energy being very protective, very steadfast, very confident, this is big energy. This is executive decisions. This is like, I hate to say it, but it's daddy energy. This is, coming into somebody coming into their power. Or this because it fell on the Two of Cups, I feel like this new connection brings that protection, brings that new it's like it brings license to be enthusiastic about a new path, okay? Then, like I said, that brought conflict. So this might be you cutting off or cutting yourself away from that community that you were feeling kind of stifled in, okay? And then that set you, it's like, I'm going to give you what you gave me. And if it feels like poison to you, it's because that's what it felt like to me. Okay? And that's fair. And a lot of times, even when something is dealt fairly to whoever receives the karma, it feels like a punishment, and that doesn't seem fair. But to you, this is being dealt a hand, this is being dealt something that I'm going to give you what you need, or what would be equitable for you, and I'm going to give you what would be equitable for you. I'm sorry if what I give you feels like less than what I'm giving that other person, but for the two of you, I'm giving myself even less than what I'm giving to you. And still, everything is equitable. So it's like, win or lose here, you're going to get what you deserve. Oh, damn, you get what you deserve. And then after that, it's because you are setting yourself up for this Nine of Cups. So again, some in the collective, they may have found an opportunity. You may have found an opportunity for a Two of Cups, okay? But you couldn't pursue it because you were involved with this other kind of community, all right? So there was a point where you had to really boss up, Okay, you had to grab your balls, you had to stand up for yourself, and you had to go forward with enthusiasm because you know the end of it would be this Nine of Cups. So I get this feeling here in the past that there was an energy of freeing yourself. I also heard paying off old debts, cutting old ties, cutting limiting beliefs, because with that Five of Swords, swords is always mental. So it's beliefs, information, it's ideas. It could be other people's ideas. It could be other people's expectations. It's all this mental stuff. And because you had to cut all that away, then that conflict became physical in the Five of Wands. Real conflict, real fighting, real arguing. How, maybe people trying to prevent other people from um, succeeding or from leaving or from doing something that they didn't want them to do. There was this conflict, but you knew that evening things out was going to allow this Two of Cups to become a Nine. All right? That's in the past. Here in the present, like I said, there's vibration and the Hierophant at the heart of everything here. The vibration is, I need to vibe high. I'm going to treat you the way I want you to treat me. Okay? This is compassion. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay? And here with the Hierophant, like I said before, this energy feels like it is ingrained in you to be this way. Okay? It is in part of you to treat people equally, to treat people compassionately, and to vibe high for them, with them, around them, and for yourself. That is an integral part of who you are. Now, underneath that, I dropped two from the fairy deck, okay? And we've got, this is where the communication came in, because we got two or three cards here talking about speaking your voice, okay? Now, we dropped Arvel the Parrot from the fairy deck, and that says, listen well and speak true. Speak true, speak clearly, but also listen to others, okay? Next to that, we drop the Trickster. And I love when this guy comes out because he's a shakeup, okay? Usually I describe him as a distraction, where he's the one that throws the M80 in the toilet so you can book it. But in this energy, he comes across as something where once you speak your mind, once you speak clearly, once you understand where you stand with other people, once you understand how they stand in your life, you're going to be expressive about it in order to break these old patterns, okay? That fell on the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is tradition and morals and certain ways of functioning, which also can be thought of as societal patterns, okay? But when the Trickster comes in, he brings chaos to the patterns. So I feel like when you listened clearly to whatever they had to say, you had to discern where you stood on that, how you felt about that. And then you had to come out and speak your voice, okay? And when that happened, it was a great risk, because the Trickster also says to take a risk. It's creative chaos and breaking old patterns. So you said something, you expressed something, you wanted to voice something that you knew was going to break these old patterns, because the patterns card fell on the Hierophant, which is something that you were ingrained to believe, okay? Underneath, on top of that, on Arvel the Parrot, we actually dropped from the Animal Wisdom deck the Parrot, which is the Page of Swords. And the Parrot tells us mimicry is not communication. So maybe you were in an energy where this doctrine that you had been ingrained with, it was just regurgitating what was pounded into you, okay? It's just mimicking, recommunicating, just telling people what you had been taught to say, okay? It says mimicry is not communication. And the Parrot also tells us, speak your heart with your own words. All right. So you found your voice. And that did not sit well with these people. That did not sit well with the doctrine that you had been taught. All right. But I love the fact that there is energy here where you finally stood up to speak what you wanted to say. All right. Next to that, next to parrot, we dropped the loon, and that's the four of feathers, which is the four of swords. So there was a pause here. There was something said that created chaos, but it needed to be said. And after that, you pulled back. You pulled back, you kind of cut yourself off from people. You needed a mental break because it's the swords, it's feathers, it's thoughts. You needed a mental break. You took a break from whatever this ingrained doctrine was. You pretty much like the trickster does, you lit an M80 and you booked it. Okay? So you created chaos and then you rested after that. So it was like you needed to break away. And that's what the loon, the four of feathers, is saying. Now, I love the loon because she actually came out a few years ago as one of my guide animals. And she, one of her special animal spirit gifts is that she can, of course she can fly, of course she can walk on land, of course she can swim, but she can also dive. So she actually walks all the elements. Okay, she walks high in the high vibing mind sphere. I guess I can high ideals. Okay, high perspective, higher than where you've been. Okay, that's the key. A perspective higher than where you've been. But she also floats on the water. She can swim on the water, which means she has command of her surface emotions. She knows very well how to navigate. She knows what the lay of the waters looks like. Okay, she can walk on land. She makes her life in reality. Okay, she works hard, but she can also dive under the water, which means she can function in the deep emotions also. So she can bring messages from spirit down to earth and deep into the emotional sphere, okay, the subconscious. Loon energy is very, very powerful, very fortunate energy. Okay, so that's where you are now. You spoke your truth. Okay, because you realized that just telling people what they want to hear, telling people what you've been trained to say, is not expression. All right, now under the parrot, or on top of the parrot, the page of swords here, remember it was you've got victory, the six of wands. Okay, you felt victorious after you spoke your mind. Okay, next to that was the ace of cups, and you realized that that was the opening of something really emotionally fulfilling. Okay, now again, this comes after a little bit of respite where you spoke your mind, you broke away, you lit off the fireworks and you ran, and then you kind of hid for a little while. Not that you're really hiding, it's just that you kind of, there was a feeling here also for with another card where it's just like a break from being social. It was a social distancing kind of thing. It's like you turned off social media, you ordered in, you didn't go anywhere, you stayed in your pajamas, you spent time healing what you had just gone through. Now remember, the four of swords is a progression from the three of swords, and we had the three of swords over here in the past when you had to cut that conflict out. So now you're in a time of healing. You cut out the conflict, you had your arguments, you gave everybody what they deserved, and you had to give yourself what you deserved because you were looking forward to being emotionally open for new fulfillments. Okay, and here with the ace of cups, it's like now my heart is healed, it's healing, it's open, it's ready. Some time has passed because on the ace of cups here, we've got six phases of the moon here. So there has been some time. Okay, you maybe had to take a month to yourself, I hear maybe a month to 6 months respite, okay, where it's like I feel they're showing me a cocoon, okay, and how it's the when an animal goes into the cocoon, the re mm, every as every cell in their body rearranges. And this, like, so since the loon is mental energy, there, you went within and you like purged everything that you had believed before. But this is slow work. You can't just let go of things like that because they guided our lives so long. Okay? So there's sometimes fear there where you're like, if I let go of all these beliefs that were integral in forming who I am, then who am I? Then who am I? What do I fill that space with? You know? And you're trying to make sure that what you fill that space with now is positive and loving and compassionate and high minded, elevated, high vibrational things, okay? You're feeling victorious now, though. I feel like you're just like, yeah, I did it. You know, the thing I love about the Six of Wands here is that not only is it a victory that you feel, but it's a victory that other people can see. It's recognition, it's praise, it's being seen and celebrated. Now, for some in the collective, that will be a group where people around you will see that you've come out of this the victor. Others in the collective, this is just you seeing you. You are seeing, which means you finally gave yourself the recognition that you deserve for letting all that go. Okay? And with the Ace of Cups, it's like this cup that it's a divine opportunity. Okay, it's a brand new start. It came after some time, like I said, with the moon phases here. Like, it could be 1 month, it could be 6 months. um but the card here has like the celestial eye that's looking right down into the cup. I feel so positive about this for you, collective, because this new cup is brand new. It's brand new. It's shiny. It's big. It's ready to be filled up with something else, you know? It's like your heart is open once you let go of all that bullshit that you had within you. Now, you were so afraid of that the feeling inside was going to be emptiness, but it wasn't. It was peace. It was peace, and it was expansive room for more love. Okay? Underneath the victory card, we have the Ace of Wands, which I absolutely love. We dropped that from the Tarot of the Divine. That's the mythology deck. I'm not sure what the myth of this is, but it's the magic paintbrush. And the thing that came to me, look, I'm getting goosebumps. I can't believe it. The thing that came to me with the Ace of Wands was uh, it's a new beginning, and it's you painting a brilliant new future, a vibrant new future. You've got, so with this paintbrush, it's even, they're showing me the Chinese letters. So this is like communication, this is knowledge, this is ideas, and they're brand new. Okay? Even if they're not brand new, they're reinvigorated because they're purified through whatever you went through. And now they're going to be truth from you. Okay? On top of that, we got the Knight of Cups, and this is a new endeavor. The Knights are initiators. They come in with plans, ideas, opportunities. I want to begin something with you that's new, okay? And this being the Knight of Cups, this is you're painting a new future, a vibrant future, and it has to do with accepting love from either others or yourself, okay? You're giving love to yourself, absolutely, because you were in the four of swords energy where you were healing, and it's like you're pouring back into your own cup. However, it's not just that. It's like now you're available, now your heart is available for others to pour into you, and somebody is coming forward in this Knight of Cups, like they saw you and they're like, you feel different. Are you in are you in a space where we can start something? And so after that, we dropped the Two of Coins. Now, I looked up this myth, and it's a Native American myth from the Pacific Northwest. And forgive me, I'm going to say her name wrong, but it's something like Pshant. And what it was, it was actually kind of funny. It was this she was a maiden and she was out in the forest picking berries, right? And she stepped in bear shit and she started to curse the bears. She's like, fuck these bears. I stepped in their shit. I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to pick berries. I'm trying to live my life. And what happens? I stepped in shit. Okay? So there's two ways to look at what happens next. In the myth, the bears heard her and they kidnapped her and took her to their clan, okay? And as a captive, she ended up marrying one of the bear people and had two beautiful little bear cub babies, right? Now, without the symbolism of actual bestiality, what it was that somebody from the bear clan in that area, took her. Oh, you need to talk shit about the bears? Well, I'm Bear Clan, and now, you're going to come with me. So she spent some time there with the Bear Clan, ended up marrying somebody from the Bear Clan, had two beautiful babies. But this Two of Coins in this myth is the idea of walking between two worlds and making it work. Okay? It's the idea of balancing what you've been given. Okay? Um, that actually was really cool because it gave me a new way of looking at the Two of Coins. Now, it's always a choice. The Two of Coins twos are always choices. Okay, so you have two things to choose from, but usually when we hear the idea of we have a choice and we're balancing two things, sometimes we think that we can only pick one or the other, one or the other. Okay, but it's not. This actually helped me learn that the choice could also be just balancing both. So, this is a feeling of multitasking. It's a feeling of work life balance. It's also a feeling of making decisions for yourself before the universe makes it for you. Okay? So, I feel like with this Knight of Cups coming in with the idea of new love, you've got the paintbrush here where you've taken it upon yourself to paint a vibrant future for yourself. Even though right now at the moment you don't know what that could be, you at least picked up the paintbrush and you're starting. It's like you don't know what the picture is going to be until you touch the paper, until you actually make the move, until you actually do something active. Wands are activity. It's doing something in the real world, okay? Pen to paper. It's making a decision. It's doing something active. Maybe you want to learn something new. Maybe you want to write something. Maybe you want to pursue something that you were not able to do before. That's that Ace of Wands. And on top of that, that Knight of Cups comes in, and I love the progression because he's carrying the cup that you had over here, that after you healed, your cup was brand new and you were ready to have it filled. So it's like you made the step after the victory card, you made the step to continue that work, to continue on your path, to continue maybe alone for the moment because you're still developing something. And here comes this Knight of Cups. And after the Knight of Cups, you had the Two of Coins, which now you have two worlds that you're walking in. Okay? And the choice, you don't have to make a choice of one or the other. The choice is to balance who you are now, walking in between these two worlds. And that's cool that it lands here in the middle because technically representing the present, this is the in between of what you've come through, on the way to what you will become. So part of this is integrating things that have come before, integrating who you are now, and balancing that with who you want to be, integrating where you've come from and balancing that with where you want to go. And that comes in later because in the future you drop the Two of Wands, which is choosing where you want to go. So now here in the future, from the Lenormand deck we dropped, hang on, let me go back to my notes. Oh, I hope this is resonating, you guys. I hope the messages are finding you for your highest good. Not all messages will resonate for every person, but leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in your timeline. I know I keep reiterating that, but if you're vibing with me, if my messages are good, and if you're receiving them, if you're vibing with my content, please take a moment, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Please share my videos with others so that the algorithm can help them be seen. If you check in the description, you'll find my email at the bottom. You can email me and we can connect and discuss maybe a small one question personal reading, or I can also do one question birth chart inquiry. Even though I do tarot, even though I do tarot, my first discipline is astrology. I didn't do astrology for this because there's plenty of cards here already, but I do astrology. That's my first discipline. So I'm very talented at looking at people's charts. So if you'd like to contact me through my email, we can discuss a one question birth chart inquiry. Playing with the fee here, I don't really know what others charge. I had it set for 20, but I might bring it down to 10. Whatever I can, do. Also in the description, you'll find links to my donation pages. I do have a Venmo and a Cash App. I would be grateful for any kind of donation that lands there. Help a girl turn her phone back on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really, really excited to connect with you, and let's continue here with the future. Now we've got the lilies, and it dropped with the sun. So the lilies is family, harmony, peace, support, and tradition. It's King of Wands energy, so it's a mature, older man or lover. Okay, so now here we are. We've got that Page of Wands, which that Page of Wands turned into a Knight of Cups, and now he's showing up here as a king. Oh, I love this, okay? So I love that those two fell together because it's a harmonious, peaceful family. It's supportive environment, and then there's, oh wait, did I get that wrong? No. And then we drop next to it the sun, which is success and energy and vitality. There's new life here. The sun right on the flower. There's growth. There's blooming. There's joy. There's, sunny skies. It's just warmth and love. I hate it. It's uncomfortable. So we've got the idea of, after all this conflict, after all this internal rearranging in this, mental cocoon we had to put ourselves in order to rebirth ourselves, now on the other side, there's this beautiful, harmonious, supportive connection here. There's a King of Wands energy. This is a mature, older man. This is a lover. This is a protector. Here he is. He showed up in the past. He was King Arthur here as the emperor, you know? And when we met him, we turned into that childlike Page of Wands, like, fuck yeah, I'm going to jump on that. I'm enthusiastic about that. But I have to change. I have to let some things go. I have to make room for this. There was even an internal kind of like, I got to change who I am. I got to change how I think. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I met this guy and I got to change who I am in order to be his match. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like, I want something really good for myself, but I'm in a state of whatever I'm whatever oh, how do I put this? However I've been functioning so far has been restrictive of me finding that love. Okay, so after all that, here we are in the future with the lilies and the sun. Okay, we've got love and harmony and peace, support and success, new growth, motivation, revitalization. Love this. Underneath that, we dropped the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Wands here is swift progress, it's ambition, it's generous and creative and innate capability. Oh, innate capability. Okay, it's because the Knight of Wands in my Animal Wisdom deck is the camel. Okay, and innate ability says to me with camel energy that you're traversing some kind of journey that to other people they would not have been able to accomplish. Because think of where a camel lives, right? He lives in the desert. That's a harsh environment. It's hot, it's barren, it's large, it takes a long time. There's few oases, if anything. There's well-worn paths, like you know where to navigate, but a camel is absolutely evolved in order to thrive in that environment. So whatever this new fiery enthusiastic journey you're on, you're well equipped to be there. In fact, it feels like you were meant to be there the whole time. It's like once you do go through this journey, you have this feeling of this is where I was supposed to be the whole time. I'm made to be here. I am made to do this. This journey, it's like, remember when I was saying about the those in the collective who are on the spiritual path? Not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants to be in that environment. Not everybody can function in that energy. Many people can find that, desert energy, that hot energy. Some people will perish in that. They're not made to be there. But you, on this Knight of Wands journey, you absolutely are in your element. You are invigorated, you're comfortable. It's long and it's arduous, but it's not, it feels natural to you. Okay, next to that we drop the Queen of Swords. She's independent, she's perceptive, she's decisive. It's accepting truth and discarding what is false. So again, we have this idea where maybe after this portion here in the middle where you had to shed some old beliefs, there are some times where we find ourselves falling back on old habits, falling back on old beliefs, repeating things that we used to say before, and then we catch ourselves like, no, wait, that's not true, I forgot. There is another way to think, there is another truth to believe in. And that was what I feel with this Queen of Swords energy. She's the executioner. So the King of Swords, he's the judge and jury, but he doesn't swing the sword. The Queen of Swords is the one that does the head chopping, okay? So I feel like this energy here, she fell on top of the sun. So within this beautiful new connection, okay? Within this supportive, stable, new paradigm, I guess, situation. Okay? This enlightenment, you are enlightened to your own empowerment, your own mind. Says Queen of Swords again. Swords is mental energy. This is enlightenment of your own mind. So it's like you're remembering what you left behind and you're using that sort of truth to make sure it stays gone. Okay? Now, underneath the Knight of Wands, we drop the Two of Swords. And I don't know this myth, darn it. But with the Two of Swords, this is always decisions. Okay, this is conflicting ideas. All right. This is, oh, it's conflicting data, conflicting ideas, conflicting information. Maybe there's gossip here. Maybe there's misinformation. Maybe somebody reminded you of something that you said you were going to do, or said to you, maybe somebody said to you, you said you would never think like that, or you said you would never do that, or you said you would never choose that. And now that's kind of fucking with your head, right? It's like, am I being sincere? Am I being, true to myself? And now you have two swords. And the reason that she's holding the swords like this is that she is like, this is like an extension of that Queen of Swords, where the Queen has to decide what is true and discard the rest. Well, here in the Two of Swords energy, you are actively doing that. You're deciding what you're going to keep. The key to the Two of Swords is that either one can be your reality. It depends on which one you choose to swing. Okay? And when you're holding the two of them, it's like you're not moving. She's got her eyes closed. In other decks, she's blindfolded. Okay, she's sitting down. She's not moving. She's not accepting anybody else's opinion. She's not accepting any new information. She's not allowing anybody to add anything to the mix. There's a decision here. Now, again, I would like to mention though that because of the Two of Coins here earlier, where I got that new little insight about not having to choose one or the other, but choosing to balance the two. I feel like that could be coming into play here in this Two of Swords also. Okay? Because Two of Swords is very Libra energy, Libra with the scales of balance, all right? And she came into play here in this Six of Pentacles because the person distributing this resources here is using the scales of balance in order to keep things level, okay? So in this instance, in the future, there may be a moment in time where you're deciding where you walk in between these two different ideas. Can you balance them? Can you reconcile both sides? Can you walk the in between and do it fairly to yourself? Or do you have to choose one or the other? Okay? And that's what the Two of Swords is. She's choosing. It's really interesting. It's like not only is there an energy of choosing one or the other, but it's the choice to balance both, because maybe you can't discard one for the other, or maybe they both have value, maybe they both have something to give, maybe they both have truth in them, and you're deciding in yourself that maybe I don't have to actually believe all of one or the other. I can take truth from both and walk my own path. Okay? Next to that, we dropped the devil, and that's Capricorn energy. The devil is obligation, restraint, and so we have to remember that the devil is the lovers in chains, okay? And the lovers and all the twos are always choices. So technically here, right here, the Two of Swords and the devil is you're dealt two choices. Now this is really interesting if we look at it together. Here she's holding the two swords and she is surrounded by fire. Okay, so it feels like she's walking through something that's um purifying. Okay, it's terrifying, it's fiery, it's destructive, but what is being destroyed? Okay, and then here with the devil, look at that, he's on fire also. Okay, so there is something about this decision, something about this balancing that's going to purify everything. Okay, the devil energy is, like I said, the lovers, but tainted. um the Lover's card, when it first comes up, is a choice, a beautiful choice of love. And it's love that has the love that's brand new. It's untested. It's got so much promise. It's got beauty and fairness and equality, and there's compassion and give and take, and there's even, physical love. There's everything is beautiful, but it's because nothing has tested it yet. It hasn't gone through life yet. It hasn't gone through the ringer yet. And then the devil is those lovers after life has gotten to it, after life has ruined it. Okay? This is, it said that this is, where am I? Choices made from love or good intentions can become your chains. So again, you're weighing this option. You're weighing the information here that there was something that you were chained to in the past that perhaps was made at first out of love and good intentions, but now has become a prison. All right. And then I love that these are both on fire. In fact, I'm going to hold this up again just in case I want to screen cap it for later. Okay? Let me get this situated. And then, okay. So like that. Okay? The devil and the two of swords. She's making the choice to walk through this fire, okay? Because on the other side is going to be a pure version of the situation. She's going to let go of the chains that were binding her, and she's going to walk with faith. Even though her eyes are closed, she is protected because she's got two swords of truth with her, okay? So it's like she's facing the devil, and she's not afraid. She's got her eyes closed, and she's going to walk with faith. This is what I feel like you are going to experience. There's going to be a situation here where you really need to close your eyes and walk with faith. Okay? And it's going to feel like you're walking through fire. It's going to feel like this is hell. It's going to feel like everything around you is going to be destroyed. But as we'll get to with the other cards, this destruction is for a wonderful rebirth on the other side, okay? So let's go down to this last little grouping here. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Now, again, what I felt like was this is suspension of happiness. There's discord here, but there's a pause. There's a pause in celebration. There may be tension here. Again, another feeling of social distancing. Okay, this is like I'm cutting off from the parties. I heard the party's over. This might be like pulling back from the friend group. There's something about suspension of celebrations. On top of that, we've got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, she's staying busy. She's focused. She's putting energy into herself. She's self-concerned. She's ambitious and steadfast. And steadfast because it could be Leo energy, and Leo is the fixed fire. So we've got a lot of, holy crap, this is all mostly fire down here. Even with the Two of Swords, we've got the Two of Swords on fire and the Devil's on fire. We've got the Queen of Wands here, that's fire. We've got the Two of Wands here, that's fire, and the Four of Wands. So, what all this wand says to me is that there's something in that has to be looked at about health, okay? Make sure that you I feel like whatever you are going to go through or have been through has affected your health. And mostly with the fire signs, that means like the heart or the blood or the body or the vitality. Something is diminished here. But then again, they're not in reverse, so this could be a reinvigoration, okay? But this reverse card is like the only card to come out in reverse in this whole spread. Now, granted, I usually don't have reversals in my decks, but this one did come out in reverse. So this Three of Cups reversed feels like, again, a suspension of the celebrations. Okay, this feels like very internal. I mean, come on, you just walked through fire here. Yeah, you're probably not going to go out kicking it for a minute, you know? And that's perfectly fine. It's like you're balancing something within yourself that's really having to take a lot of energy. That's fire, that energy. Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's ego here. There's stubbornness here. There's transformation here. I mean, the visual of these two together is just unbelievable. So then on top of that, then we've got the Queen of Wands. Like I said, busy, focused, energetic. You're turning that energy to yourself again, okay? Not only that, because this isn't the turning within of healing. This is more of self-empowerment, okay? It's like you're reminded of who you are. You're reminded of what you wanted to do, what you wanted to be, okay? Here we got the Two of Wands, and this is the crossroads, okay? This is a choice of path. This is choosing a path, drawing plans, deciding your new destination. It's like you're standing here and you've got the world in your hands and you're looking to the future. You've got your hand on one of the wands, which means you might be ready to move. You are trying to pick it up. It's like, they just showed me like the symbolism of a javelin, where somebody picks up that spear and he's ready to chuck it because he sees the target. You see your goal, you see your target, and now you just have to pick up that javelin, steady yourself. You've got to get the rhythm of how you want to throw it, where you want it to go. You've got to, gas yourself up because you have to expel. You're getting ready to expel a whole burst of energy in order to send that javelin to where you need it to go, okay? But where does it land, you guys? Where do you think it lands? I will show you. Kablam! You're building a Four of Wands. This is a brand new foundation that around this you will build a new life with someone, okay? Remember, we had the Nine of Cups here. We got the Knight of Cups here. We got the Ace of Cups here. You reinvigorated to point your javelin towards a new goal, and that's where it lands. It lands as part of a new foundation in the future that is going to house something really beautiful, really stable, very fulfilling, very filled with love and energy and passion. I don't know what else to say. It's so beautiful. I really, really love this spread, and I'm extremely proud of it. So we do have two ancestors' messages that we will get to right now. Okay. I hope that resonated. Again, I'd like to remind you guys, if you're vibing with my message, please look in the description. My email's down there. Links to my donation pages are down there. I'd really be thankful for anything. I'm really, really trying to do this as a business. Okay. I will admit that I am starting over from a previous relationship, and I'm starting over from zero. So I am trying to build this as my life's work. So if you feel moved that you're resonating with my content, with my messages, with my style, with if we communicate well, please consider dropping a donation on my Venmo or my Cash App. I would be very, very grateful. So let's go to the ancestor messages. We have the warrior. Okay, I heard Patti Smith and Scandal. I am the warrior. Heart to heart you win if you survive. The warrior. Okay, it says, don't back down. It says, make your opinions heard. Oh, what did we say up there with the parrot and Arvel the parrot? Okay, mimicry is not communication. Speak your heart with your own words, it said. So, warrior, don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. This says, if you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. But whenever you feel fear, you are on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that's going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you are being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Don't falter, don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. Okay? Next, we have this star ancestor, which kind of feels out of place in this very active, very earthy 3D kind of energy here. But let's see what he has to say. It says, follow the voice of your soul. So again here, your voice, okay? Oh, now I don't have anything here that talks about music or anything, but there are singers in the collective. Okay, this actually switched the energy for a second. Singers in the collective. Your voice will bring the higher vibration that you will function in, and it will explode onto other people and raise the vibration of everything around you. I had to say that, now I can get to the card. Follow the voice of your soul. It says, heed the messages coming directly from your soul. This is, there is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world. And there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you in this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, it's memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction, that's that Two of Wands. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards a road, Two of Wands, that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. That's the garden in the community. Okay? Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. So, this is reassurance that even though you may walk through fire on this path, like I said with the Knight of Wands, that's also fire energy, is all fire in this column. That Knight of Wands, fire energy, the camel, he's well equipped to walk through that heat. Okay? And then right under there, we've got the Two of Swords, where she is literally walking through fire. Okay, and the fire she's walking through is the devil energy, which was old obligations, ultimatums, old bonds, old promises, things that became a prison. She's walking through that, and she's going to use those two swords to cut that devil's head off. Okay, that's true freedom. All right. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this for you guys. The collective is really blessed in the next coming weeks or months, however long this is. I don't know if this is just for July or if this is for the whole summer. You will put yourself wherever you need to. Now, the last ones we have, I dropped from the theme deck. Like I said, I'm sorry, this is running long, but it was a pretty large spread. The theme deck, we've got some last minute messages here. We've dropped the clover, which is, oh, wait, do we have, no, no, I thought I saw it. Oh, we did. Okay. Here, look at the Loon card, which is the Four of Feathers, Four of Swords. This is the going inward and kind of pulling back and resting. Look what's floating on the water. A four-leaf clover. Okay. Also, in this particular deck, in the animal deck, the Four of Branches, which represents the Four of Wands that you have over here, in this card, underneath in the middle on the ground of the Four of Wands, there's a four-leaf clover, which means that you're functioning in like you've got a little bit of luck on your side. That's Jupiter energy. So check in your chart where Jupiter is. Jupiter bestows luck and benevolence where in times that you might not expect it. Okay, it's like a manifester energy. So check where that four-leaf clover, where Jupiter energy is in your chart. So all along here, you've got little bits of a break. Okay, like a not a mental break, but like good things coming in that you don't expect in that four-leaf clover kind of energy. So here we've got clover proper. Okay, it says luck, lightheartedness, being untroubled. It's a happy coincidence, small joys, right place, right time. I describe this as like the parking spot angel. Okay, or you dropped your phone in the park and then when you double back you actually find it, or maybe you find money on the ground, something like that. Along the way, as long as you stay true to your path, there will be little things set in the path that will help you along that way. That's why here in the Loon energy, when you pull back and you go within, you've got a little four-leaf clover. Okay, here you've got a four-leaf clover. In the other deck, in the Four of Wands, which you have here in the future, you have it's built around on top of a four-leaf clover. A little bit of luck. Okay, you also dropped remember you are spirit. It says connect, listen, know, ascend, and be still. Ascension, that really brings back, hi baby, that really brings us back to the vibration card where it says vibe higher than where you are. Okay, we also have Archangel Raphael, the healer. Okay, and then, like I said, here you are in Four of Swords energy with the Loon, where you pull back and you're doing some inner healing. Okay, you've got the healing of Archangel Raphael. This is healing of mind, body, and soul. It's compassion for yourself, it's creativity, it's releasing addictions, it's a green light to continue, and it's a call to ask for assistance. Okay, this is healing injuries inside and out. Okay, I'll hold that up for a minute. We also have the energy of a passed on male family member. Okay, this could be that emperor energy in the past, that protector. But I get that this is somebody maybe sent by that person. This could be somebody in the spirit world that is still around us, like a grandfather. Well, what does it say here? A dad, a grandpa, a son, a brother, a nephew, grandson, uncle, whatever. Some kind of male family member. This could be somebody who is passed on, who has taken it upon themselves to be a guide and protector as you're moving on. Or this could be somebody coming in the future that is going to help. He's going to influence, he's going to be a support, a love, things like that. Also, we have 1010, angel number 1010. We have personal development, awakening, and enlightenment. It says keep your thoughts and focus on your soul mission and your life's purpose. Okay, 1010. Now, the one I say for last is storm warning. There's a tower here. Where did we see that energy before? Oh, I think here with the Two of Swords and the Devil, all this purification fire energy here. This tower energy is storm warning. It is upheaval. It's restructuring. Oh, that's over here. Yeah, with the fighting and everything. You had to go through that fighting. You had to go through this purification in order to burn away things that were inhibiting you. Okay, but this is a positive tower. It is lightning, but lightning is like a bolt of electricity, a shock, a shakeup, a change, okay? But this storm warning says not all storms come to disrupt your life, some come to clear your path. Now, this is saying that as long as you stay on your divine path, yes, storms will come through. but it's not to destroy you. It's not to hurt you, and it's not to punish you. It's because you are powerful and there are things in your way that only another powerful energy can clear for you. So it will send a storm and it's going to hit you, right? You're going to get wet. You're going to get tossed around a little bit. The water might come in the window. Your tent will blow away. Things will be disrupted. But when you come out of it, it's because all of that debris that was in your way is now cleared, okay? All right, that's the end, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm sorry this went so long, but I was really proud that this was a big, long spread. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope it resonated. Until tomorrow when I see you guys again, love and light, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye.